Oh, good evening, y'all. Brett.
Sandy?
Swafford Homestead. What's the matter? Seems to be in deep thought here.
I ain't got no thoughts, you know that.
Then shifted to neutral, huh?
Yeah.
I hate when I do that.
I'm just thinking of all the stuff I still gotta do before I go to bed tonight.
Yeah. Well, we hadn't made a video in a while, so I thought, well, let's sit on the porch and tell people what's been going on around here. I guess the biggest thing is it rained last week.
Yay.
That's a big ordeal. We got over 4 inches of rain. You know, we're about 2 months behind on getting any rain. I think we got less than an inch in the last 2 months until last week, and we got over 4 suddenly. Over a few days, which wasn't real bad. It didn't flood, but yeah, everything's soppy now. Temperature's going crazy. It's hot in the day and cold at night. Garden don't know what to do. I'm still growing things. I still got pretty much a garden going. A lot of stuff is starting to die or die back, but we're still harvesting. We put up 7 quarts of beans yesterday. Froze another one, big bag. I didn't want to run the counter for another quart, but getting tomatoes or getting cantaloupe. That's something I mentioned last time. The cantaloupe was making a comeback. We're eating cantaloupe now. I've never had cantaloupe in the end of September and October. I don't know what to think about that, but it is good. Still got watermelons. Right, made it. Pumpkins don't do much good. I don't know what that was, but it ain't where it used to be anymore.
I gotta go fetch that.
Huh. That must have been the cellular device, huh?
It was.
It's important enough for her to go after it, so I knew it had to be the phone.
Oh, man.
I told her, I said, we ought to do a video over things we've learned this year, because Mother Nature's taught me a few lessons on anybody else. I learned that it starts out raining really heavy in the spring. Don't prune your tomato plants.
No.
Because this, let me change that. Down here in the southeastern part of the United States, you don't need to prune them if it rains really heavy for the first few months, because down here you get early blight and it'll just prune them for you. So if you prune them before the humidity gets them and they start aborting limbs, turning brown and falling off, you don't have much of a tomato plant left when it does hit. We put out, I put out about 100 tomato plants, and as they grew, I always pruned the first couple of feet, keep them clean, keep them up off the ground. It stops the early blight from hitting them as quick. The leaves don't turn yellow and then brown and fall off so quick, because they don't get the moisture off the ground. It rained so much this year, when I pruned them, all the limbs on the bottom fell off anyway. What I didn't prune off fell off. So that killed my tomatoes for the first 2 feet. I didn't get nothing off the bottom couple of feet of the plants. That's usually your first tomatoes. So I learned not to do that. If it goes to raining really heavy in the spring, just let them grow. You can always cut them off later. Of course, we all learned that you never trust the weatherman or the weather.
Not when you live in Tennessee.
No.
You can have all 4 seasons in one day. It gets interesting.
Yeah. It's got where you can't trust them even talking about a hurricane. They change their mind every few hours. It goes left, it goes right, it'll go north, it'll go south, and it'll wind up not going nowhere close to where they warned everybody. Like today. Last night there was going to be 2 hurricanes coming towards the United States, and it's going to hit the southeastern coast and
it may still for all
go all the way in the edge of Tennessee and all the way across South Carolina and North Carolina, bringing rain. But the report a couple hours ago was it's all going to be out in the ocean. It'll barely rain on the coastline. I mean, it completely changed in a few hours. I don't know if they really believed it or they just wanted to throw something out there.
Well,
Their reports are extreme one way to another, and I don't know if they do that for fear or what.
probably because it's a guessing game.
Sometimes I wonder if they ain't trying to cause a little fear on people, because fear sells.
True.
Channels that deal in fear and crazy ideas gets a lot of views.
Yeah, well.
YouTube weather channels that starts giving you extremes from one day to the next gets a lot of views. You got to decide which one's right. Maybe it's like gambling, you know. You watch all their videos from, say, the last 2 days, and you take dibs on which one's going to be right.
Oh, well.
I don't know who you bet against. But maybe you get your buddies together. I don't know. I don't gamble, but I darn sure wasn't on the weather. What else is something we've picked up on this year? Always give stuff a second chance. Because cucumbers made it longer than they should have.
Yep.
The cantaloupe, like I said, it's still producing. It turned around and started over again. All the leaves come back out good on it. It started blooming. I've got 5 or 6 cantaloupes off of it this month. Most time they're dead by this month, or they're shriveled up so you don't get nothing. But it restarted. The watermelon never quit. The watermelon looks rough, but it's still got a watermelon out there right now. I picked one this morning. There'll be another in a day or two. I would have gave up on it and pulled it up, but I didn't take time to. It's been so busy and so dry, you can't do nothing with the ground.
Yeah. We had a wedding.
Had a wedding. Our daughter is remarried. Our grandson has a new daddy. As he calls him Dad now. Proud of that.
He got a dad. That's what he said.
He's so excited, you know.
I got a dad.
He got a man that will spend time with him and work with him and try to be a dad. So.
Truly blessed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I think he's a good one.
There's something to be said about having your youngins when you're young and energetic. Because that little feller, he stayed with us for a few days while they went on their honeymoon. I'm still trying to recover from those 3 days.
He's
got more energy than I know what to do with. Woo. I don't remember. Well, Samantha wasn't all that energetic. She kind of stayed to herself. Jessie, we had Samantha to help with Jessie's energy.
Yeah, he had somebody young to run with him.
Yeah.
Plus, he was young.
Yeah. Kept them busy, that's for sure. But man, I tell you, got a little granddaughter. Been playing with her. She comes over, she just coos and talks. She's going to be a talker. She thinks Pappy's the greatest thing that ever lived.
They just live across the yard. They live on the homestead. There's a chance the homestead might grow. Just have to leave it at that. But we're still waiting to see.
Never know.
It's in the works, I think. Can't prove it.
The good Lord will fix it.
And we're waiting for the Lord to fix that one.
It's in His hands.
I've got my fall crops planted, basically. I got half my onions. I've got about 100 onions out. I got cabbage. The lettuce is finally coming up after it rained on it. It was so dry I couldn't get the lettuce seed to germinate. Even when I was wetting it with the hose, it just wouldn't start.
And then cats kind of probably helped you along.
Yeah, the
with
cats didn't help much either. They got to plowing it up. Because that nice clean bed of dirt looked like a gigantic litter box. So I had to put fence
We
wire
don't
over it.
own cats, but we have cats.
We don't own them, but they decided they own us, I guess, because they moved in.
No matter how hard we tried to run them off, send them back to wherever they came from.
They'll hang in here.
They have decided we are their new owners. Now they run every time we come out because they know we don't want them up here.
They're into everything.
Because that very reason. They dig in our dirt.
They turn
think
everything into a litter
the garden
box.
is a litter box, and it kills stuff. We tried to shoot them off. I don't know. I guess one of the neighbors had too many, and they just let them run wild. I don't know.
I'm not saying that garden box over got garlic in it too. Got cabbage, got garlic, and it's got onions in the box across the ditch. What we used to call garden two. It's just a small narrow thing. That's where the cotton was planted. I've got a cotton plant. It's got cotton on it. Got some pumpkins over there. They're not much pumpkin. The hot weather just rent them plants. They jumped out and started growing. When the hot, dry weather hit, they just don't look right. They just pitiful. I watered them. I fertilized them, but when you quit raining for a couple months, they just ain't much gonna grow. We hadn't lost too much this year. We lost a plant or two, or lost a tree. I think for the most part to come back, everything else come back out. It was getting pretty bad there for a little while. Yeah. Might have to take a walk in a day or two and check things out. Show you the food forest, mini food forest. It's small, but it's my food forest, I guess. My little orchard.
You know, that ever-growing list of things to do on your fall break.
Mm-hmm.
We
Is that
have
a second page?
I think we need to add a page 3 and clean the porch off. Because see, when the bushes all had leaves, you couldn't see all the clutter. They're all losing their leaves, and now you can see all the clutter.
We've been collecting cardboard because the cardboard, if you lay cardboard on the ground and wet it and put something to hold it down, or put ground cover over it, it works really well to keep the grass down. Of course, it breaks down, helps the soil, brings worms out. But you got to collect the stuff up because we don't get enough cardboard unless we go around looking for it. But we get things in the mail. We save the boxes. Our children get stuff in the mail. They save the boxes for us, and we've got cardboard boxes everywhere right now because we haven't had time to break them down. It looks bad.
That's what I
But
said.
they're for a good reason.
When all the bushes had leaves on them, it didn't make a difference because nobody could see nothing. But they're all losing their leaves, and so the people meeting is looking at our porch like.
We got to hold our crates back. We put our potatoes in. When we dried our potatoes, we got some beverage crates.
Well,
we got to put them in the side by side and take them back to storage.
Well, you
Stuff
probably
like that.
could use a few of them with the sweet potatoes you got to dig.
Yeah, we haven't dug the sweet potatoes yet. That's here in a few more days.
If
We've
don't
got
rain,
2 rolls of peanuts we got to get out before it starts raining. I'm believing it's going to rain. It usually does in October. By the time everything comes due,
I
then
was
it
going to
starts raining.
say, almost every time you get ready to dig the peanuts, it starts raining.
But we let everything stay a little longer because we've been so busy and the ground's been so dry you couldn't dig in it. You'd have to chip it with
I tell you.
You'd have to chip it with a pick to even get to a sweet potato right now. Well, until the other day. They're soppy now. Now you dig, it's just in mud, but it's one extreme to the other.
Oh, me.
But by next weekend, I think we'll have a pretty good time getting it out of the ground. It'll be dry enough we can get them out without them rotting. But you dig them when they're wet, a lot of times they're going to rot because they're soaked in moisture, and when you set them out, they start rotting.
This will be well, I forgot what I was going to say.
But I'm off work next week.
Yeah, it's a good reason for you to stay at the for you to work at school. You get fall breaks. You get Thanksgiving breaks. You get Christmas breaks.
That week off, we're going to have to get sweet potatoes out of the ground and peanuts out of the ground and plow that spot up and get it over with. I've got super hot peppers still growing over there. Them things grew without even watering them. I don't know what a super hot grows on, but you don't have to water them. You don't have to fertilize them.
You don't have to do nothing to them, and they just multiply.
You just got to keep picking. It needs picking right now, and I don't know what to do with them because I've got more than I need, and I done gave them away, and people's got plenty. Most people won't take them because they're the Caribbean blend. They're really hot. I don't know if I should just leave them on the plant. I'm afraid they'll grow back.
Well,
We might try one more picking, see if
I think
our buddy at church wants them.
either that or we just let them dry out and grind them up and sprinkle them around where them cats are running.
Yeah, get that.
Would it make the lettuce hot if you sprinkle hot powder on it?
You ever get something growing, they'll leave it alone. It was that pretty flat dirt pile, that dirt box. It looked so good to them.
That's what I was thinking. We may have to put some hot pepper or
I don't
something on
think
it
you
and
could
make
beat
it
them and
run
get them
hot.
out of it. If you could catch them and beat them, I think they'd come right back. Cats are kind of stubborn. I
These
put
are
fence wire over it. If they can get to that 2x4 fence wire, they can use it. They do have fall tomatoes too, though. They're pretty and green right now and got several big green tomatoes on them. I know the other thing we learned.
What?
The mini bustle tomato we planted.
Oh my
we wanted to try it
goodness.
out.
Oh, I love them.
The mini bustle has restarted and it's got big tomatoes on it again right now. Big green tomatoes on it.
And I love them.
I don't care for the flavor too much. They're very mild. And they don't
That's
have
why I love them.
Ain't got no acid to them. I'd rather have one that's strong with acid than one that don't have no acid. But
And that's why I love them. That's why I love the garden
I mean,
peach.
they're nice, big tomatoes.
It's a big tomato.
And it didn't die off. I mean, it just stopped when the weather changed. It kicked back in and went back to putting tomatoes on them.
It's a
You
big
can't beat
tomato.
that.
Unlike garden peach, the garden peach don't seem to get very big. It's a big potato, or
They'll get
tomato
about
rather.
golf ball size, maybe a little bigger.
And the mini bustles are bigger one, so I can
Angelo.
cut them up and I put them in my salad.
Garden peach, a big one,
I
about
know
the size of a tangerine, maybe.
I know I've been eating a lot of salads.
We got a lot of green tomatoes sitting out there on them old vines. The ones I planted in the spring, there's a lot of them still alive, and they've got a lot of tomatoes on them, but they're small. They're, golf ball to tangerine size tomatoes. There's several big ones too, but they just hanging there. They won't change. I have to pull them off when I want them and bring them in. In 2 or 3 days they'll ripen up in the window. I think that's what I'll do in the morning though. Go out there and get a bunch of them big ones that's already turned white. They go from dark green to light green to a white color, and then the orange starts before the red. So somewhere between the white and the orange, if I can find them that way, I can pull them off, bring them to the house, and they will go ahead and turn. I'm gonna see if I can find a bowl full of them in the morning to turn the next few days.
Well, that's about all I know.
That's been the life of the party, I guess, is we watching it not rain and try to figure out how you can garden in the dirt, in the dust. You walk across the grass and it crunches and dust flies, it's getting dry.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go back to mowing because we've had over 4 inches of rain last week and over ½ inch of rain before that in the last couple of months. So the 4 inches of rain's kicked in the grass. It's pretty and green again. Coming right back.
We got a lot to get done for bedtime.
Yeah, I got stuff to do. It's Sunday night. I get ready for tomorrow.
Yep. But,
I guess we better wind her up.
yep.
Time to get back to work, huh?
Yep. I got dishes that need washing.
Y'all have a good week. God bless.